trouble. No cuts.
The story kicks off with Anna, a skilled young cellist, playing her instrument beautifully. But her peaceful moment is abruptly interrupted by her stepdad, who stumbles into the room completely drunk. Without any warning, he snatches the cello from her hands, shoves her onto the bed, and slaps her hard. As he tries to force himself on her, Anna, desperate to fight back, uses her legs to push him away. This causes him to lose his balance and crash into something sharp, injuring himself badly. Despite his attempts to get up, the injury is too much and he dies from blood loss. Fast forward, Anna finds herself in court, explaining that her actions were purely in self-defense after enduring years of abuse. Unfortunately, the judge doesn't buy her story, and she's sentenced to 9 years in a high-security juvenile correctional facility. Anna is taken to the prison along with the other new inmates. Upon arrival, they're all ordered to strip down and change into prison-issued clothes. Soon after, the warden, Frank, introduces himself. He warns the newcomers that if they follow his rules, they'll be okay. They're then escorted to their cells. In her new cell, Anna meets Jeannie, her roommate. Jeannie has been locked up for 5 years and only has 1 more year to serve. She's quiet and keeps to herself, but she's intrigued by Anna's beauty. One night, while Anna is asleep, Jeannie can't help but stare at her, even indulging in some inappropriate actions. The next day, the inmates get a break in the courtyard, where Anna is left to wander alone. That's when she's approached by Cody, the leader of one of the gangs. Cody wastes no time in warning Anna about the dangers of being alone and offers her protection if she joins their gang. Anna, however, wants nothing to do with any of that, so she refuses and walks away. Later, at lunch, Cody and her gang approach Anna again with the same offer. But Anna is firm in her decision and rejects them once more, refusing to get involved in any gang politics. Furious, Cody and her gang ambush Anna in the bathroom, beating her up for turning them down. After the attack, Anna is sent to the infirmary, covered in bruises. The nurse, Jane, suggests she talk to the warden, Frank. So, Anna takes her advice and heads to Frank's office, where she explains that she just wants to be left alone and is willing to serve her time in solitary confinement. Frank, however, tells her that the solitary cells are tiny and practically unlivable. He then looks at her record and finds out she's a talented cellist, so he asks her to perform in an upcoming talent show. Anna immediately turns him down, uninterested in performing. The conversation takes a dark turn when Frank reveals his true nature, saying that he can protect her if she helps him out. He starts to get too close for comfort, but Anna pulls away, refusing to comply. Realizing that his attempts have failed, Frank sends her out of his office. Anna, disgusted by the whole situation, mutters to herself that everyone in the prison is a pervert. The next day, Anna attends class with the other inmates. Afterward, she heads to the courtyard to get some fresh air, only to be approached by Kella, another gang leader. Kella threatens Anna, throws a ball at her, and intimidates her for no reason at all. Terrified, Anna finally decides that joining Cody's gang might be her only way to stay safe. She goes to the gang and asks if they'll let her in, but before they can answer, a gang member attacks her, beating her up badly. When the guards intervene, Cody makes it clear that if Anna wants to join the gang, she has to fight back. In desperation, Anna punches Kella in the face, and as a result, she's stripped naked and sent to solitary confinement for 48 hours. The conditions in solitary are brutal. It's cold, and the hunger is unbearable, but Anna manages to endure. After 2 long days, she's taken back to Frank's office, where she hopes for some help or leniency. But Frank's motives are just as sleazy as before. He threatens to keep her in solitary for 2 weeks unless she satisfies his demands. With no other choice, Anna reluctantly agrees. Next, Anna gets a tattoo as part of her initiation into Cody's gang. As a welcome gift, she's given narcotics. After the initiation is complete, Cody pulls Anna aside, and the two share a kiss. It's clear that Cody is attracted to Anna, and the feeling seems to be mutual, though Anna's situation is far from ideal. The next day, Anna's mother visits her in prison, still grieving her husband's death. She believes her husband was innocent and that Anna is to blame for everything. The meeting doesn't go well, and the argument ends with Anna's mother slapping her across the face, blaming her for everything that happened. Later on, in the prison yard, Kella and her gang attack Anna again. But this time, Anna has her gang to back her up, and a full-on brawl breaks out between the two groups. The fight is chaotic, with the guards eventually stepping in to break it up. Anna is dragged to Frank's office once again. Frank assumes Anna started the fight and orders her to please him as punishment. He gives her narcotics to numb the pain, and after she's high, he makes his move. Anna, completely enraged by her situation, heads back to her cell, letting out her frustrations. In a moment of anger, she slaps Jeannie, but quickly realizes her mistake and apologizes. Anna continues to spiral, and one day, while talking with Jeannie, she notices some girls in the courtyard injecting drugs. Desperate, Anna asks them for a fix and even offers money in exchange. After some convincing, one of the girls agrees and injects Anna with a syringe. Meanwhile, Cody watches from a distance, clearly concerned for a friend. Later, Cody confronts Anna in her cell, asking her why she's turning to drugs. When Anna responds in a hostile manner, Cody grows furious and kicks her out of the gang, telling her that she's making a mistake. In the prison, after Anna's failed attempts to blend in, she finds herself isolated and vulnerable. One evening, while she's in the bathroom, Kella and her gang catch her off guard and beat her up. Feeling defeated, Anna turns to the same drug dealer for another dose, hoping the high will numb her pain. Unfortunately, the drug knocks her out, and she ends up vomiting in her cell. Jeannie, her cellmate, notices her deteriorating state and suggests seeking help from a drug counselor, but Anna isn't ready to listen. Instead, she storms off, looking for trouble. Her frustration leads her to Keller again, and another fight breaks out. This time, her punishment is even harsher. She's thrown into solitary confinement once more. When Anna finally gets out of solitary, she's in awful condition, physically and mentally drained. Her body is wrecked, and she's sick from the drugs. Jeannie, trying to help, tells her that it's time to stop using, but Anna's defiance runs deep. Later, she runs into Cody, who again tries to warn her about the dangers of addiction, but Anna lashes out at her, shouting and pushing her away. At this point, Anna's desperation for the drug takes over, and she causes a scene, threatening to hurt herself if she doesn't get what she wants. A guard finally intervenes, and Anna is dragged back to solitary, where the withdrawal symptoms kick in. Her body is now betraying her, and the pain becomes unbearable. As her mental state declines, she even contemplates suicide using a broken food tray. Fortunately, a guard finds her in time, and she's rushed to the hospital, placed under suicide watch. Anna wakes up in a room, tied to a chair with a doctor asking her questions. She's then transferred to the psychiatric ward, where she sees the harsh realities of addiction. Patients completely losing their minds, some even dying from overdoses. This is the wake-up call Anna needed. Realizing the damage she's done to herself, she finally promises to get clean. The next day, her mother visits her in prison, looking heartbroken. She admits her wrongdoings and apologizes for believing Anna's stepfather's lies. She even promises to confess in front of the judge, hoping to get Anna released. Later, Anna takes a sharp object and removes the gang tattoo Cody had marked her with, symbolizing her desire to leave that life behind. In the evening, while mopping the floor, Frank, the warden, approaches her with a cello. He wants her to participate in the talent show. At first, Anna is reluctant, but eventually agrees. Meanwhile, Cody finds out about Anna's tattoo removal and flies into a rage. She attacks Anna, injuring her fingers so badly that Anna won't be able to play the cello again. In the prison hospital, Frank pays a visit to Anna, but instead of offering her support, he starts making inappropriate advances. The nurse, Jane, witnesses this from afar. Later, Anna, desperate for help, goes to Jane's office, confiding in her about the abuse she's been enduring. Jane promises to help, but Frank overhears their conversation, and he's enraged. To prevent Jane from doing anything about it, he orders one of the inmates to kill her. Tragically, Jane is murdered, leaving Anna heartbroken and even more determined to take Frank down. But Frank, ever the manipulator, tells Anna to forget about it and focus on the talent show. The talent show comes, and Anna performs a stunning cello piece, leaving everyone, including the inmates and the warden, mesmerized. After the performance, Frank tells her that he's arranged for her parole, but there's a catch. He wants something in return. Anna knows she's stuck, so she reluctantly agrees. But deep down, she's had enough. Anna decides it's time to fight back. She goes to Cody and explains everything about Frank's abuse. Cody agrees to help and hands her a phone, instructing Anna to record her next encounter with the warden. Nervous about being caught, Anna is hesitant, but Cody convinces her that it's the only way to put an end to it. Anna gathers her courage and goes to Frank's office. This time, she secretly records the entire encounter on her phone, documenting his advances. When the parole hearing comes, Frank betrays Anna, telling the officials that she shouldn't be released. But Anna isn't about to let him win. She plays the recording for everyone, and Frank is immediately arrested. Anna, on the other hand, is granted parole. Years later, we see Anna at a concert, playing the cello beautifully. Her mother is in the audience, watching her with tears in her eyes, proud of how far Anna has come. The movie ends with a sense of closure, showing Anna's resilience and strength despite the horrific things she's been through. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the like button, and if you didn't, hit the dislike button twice just to be sure. Thanks for watching.